phi z. Okay, and in spherical coordinate system there are also three different axes, r, theta and phi, right? So these are the three different coordinate systems are there. Okay, now you have to determine a interrelationship between the variable of coordinate system x, y, z with the coordinate system of cylindrical coordinate system rho phi z, and what are the relationship of unit vector, what are the relationship of components, what are the relationship of matrix format. Why it is needed? Because when you determine a or convert any vector point from any coordinate system to another coordinate system, you have to remember the process and you have to remember all the formulas. So the interrelationship between the Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system and Cartesian coordinate system and spherical coordinate system are very important, right? Now first we discuss about the relationship between the variable of Cartesian coordinate x, y, z with the cylindrical coordinate rho phi z, right? Now first we draw a figure that is comparison figure of the relationship between x, y, z and rho phi z, right? Okay, now this is a Cartesian coordinate axis, this is x axis, this is y axis and this is z axis, right? Now if we draw the axis of the cylindrical coordinate system in the figure, in this figure, so that is one first coordinate of cylindrical coordinate system, that is rho, and this is the second coordinate phi, and this is the third coordinate z. Now if you compare these two coordinate system, the third coordinate of the Cartesian coordinate and cylindrical coordinate are same. Third coordinate both are z, and it's define the height of the Cartesian coordinate and cylindrical coordinate. Now, but there is a relationship of x and y with respect to phi and rho. This relationship we determine by this geometrical figure. Okay. Now, if this is a rho, this OB is the rho, that is the first coordinate of the cylindrical coordinate system, right? And phi is the azimuthal angle, or it is the second coordinate of cylindrical coordinate system, and it is measured from x axis, right? And if a vector point situated at this point whose coordinate, that is vector point P whose coordinate x, y, z, and in cylindrical coordinate is rho phi z, right? Now we determine the relationship in between them. Now just you redraw this triangle, that means OAB, OAB. Now as we know that it is a orthogonal system, so the angle between two coordinates are 90 degrees. So this A is a 90-degree angle, right? Okay, so AO and AB form a 90-degree angle, and this angle, that is phi. Now at OB represent the first coordinate axis of cylindrical coordinate, that is rho. So OB is equal to rho, and AB, that is the second coordinate of the rectangular coordinate system, that is equal to y, and this is OA is the first coordinate of the rectangular coordinate system, that is x. So OA is equals to x, AB is equals to y, and OB is equals to rho. Now this triangle basically is a right angle triangle. Now we determine the relationship. Now if this is a phi angle, AOB is a phi angle, so we determine the sine phi, that is equals to perpendicular by hypo, that means AB by BO, AB by BO. Now the value of AB is equals to y, and value of BO is equals to rho. So from this equation we get the relationship of second coordinate of rectangular coordinate x, y with respect to rho and phi. That means from this equation we determine the important formula, that is y is equals to rho sine phi. It is a very important formula for the relation between Cartesian coordinate and cylindrical coordinate. Okay, y is equals to rho sine phi. Okay, now again if we generate another angle, cos angle, so cos phi is equals to base by hypo. So where base is equals to AO and hypo is equals to BO. The value of AO is equals to x, the value of BO is equals to rho. So cos phi is equals to x by rho. So x is equals to, from this equation we get x is equals to rho cos phi. So you have to remember very carefully, and always you remember this relation: y is equals to rho sine phi, x is equals to rho cos phi. Y is equals to rho sine phi, x is equals to rho cos phi. Now we determined the relationship of rho with respect to x and y. Now as it is a right angle triangle, the hypo square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So we write this, that is this is y square, mind it, this is y square. Okay, so rho square is equals to x square plus y square, and rho is equals to root under x square plus y square. This is another important relationship of first quadrant of the cylindrical coordinate with respect to Cartesian coordinate. Rho is equals to root under x square plus y square. Now we determine the second coordinate of the Cartesian coordinate cylindrical coordinate system, that is phi. Now if we determine the tan phi from in this triangle. So tan phi is equals to AB by AO, perpendicular by base. So tan phi is equals to AB by AO. So value of AB is equals to Y and value of AO is equals to X. So tan phi is equals to Y by X. Now we determine that phi is equals to tan inverse Y by X. Phi is equals to tan inverse Y by X. And the third coordinate, I already said that third coordinate of both of the coordinate system, cylindrical and Cartesian, are same. That's why Z is equals to Z. Now this is the relationship of the Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, axis wise. Now we move to next topic. This is another important topics are there. Any doubts of previous one? Any doubts, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, next topic, we have to determine the relationship between the unit vector of Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system, and it is based on the vector component, addition of the vector component. Okay, we have already know that vector addition, vector subtraction, vector components. Okay, now you have to very good knowledge about the vector analysis until or unless you do not grip the electromagnetic field. It is the toughest, mind it is the toughest paper in your BTech life. Toughest paper. So you have to study very carefully and step by step. And numbers of formulas are there. At least 500 formula present in the electromagnetic field. It is the first module. We already covered 60 numbers of formula. So you have to remember all the formulas. Okay. Now, just you see this figure. Okay. It is the vector representation or vector component figure of x-axis and y-axis. Okay, here ax, small ay and small az. These are the unit vector of Cartesian coordinate system according to x direction, y direction and z direction respectively. And a small arrow, small a phi and small az are the unit vector across in the cylindrical coordinate system across rho direction, phi direction and z direction respectively. Right? Now we analyze these two figures first. Then we calculate the component of the vector in between them. Right? Now, first you close look the first figure. Okay? First you close look the first figure. This figure comes from this figure. Okay? This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Just you imagine that plane, that xy plane. That you imagine xy plane. This is y, this is x. And according to the diagonal, okay, rho is there. So this is x-axis, the is AY, right? And this is the azimuthal angle of phi. Just you this phi, right? Okay. Now, if it is a phi, now if we draw a straight line from here, so the direction vector of x-axis is equal to that, right? Okay. Now, according to our geometrical hypothesis, this angle and this angle is equal to same, right? Okay. What is the name of this angle? What is the name of this angle? You studied at class 7 or 8. What is the name of this angle? Anyone? It is the, yes. What is the name of this angle?
Which one?
This angle and this angle. This angle and this angle is same.
Corresponding angles.
Exactly. Exactly. According to the geometrical hypothesis. Right? Now, in that direction, that is the direction of arrow. That is the direction of arrow. And one thing remember, this arrow, ax, these all are the vectors. Okay. Now, this is the arrow. And if this is the direction of the phi, so this will be the direction of f minus a phi, because a phi direction is in that direction. That direction is a phi. So in that direction, that is minus a phi. Got my point? Now, if it is the direction of arrow, so it is the also the direction of arrow, because this and these are parallel, right? Okay. Now, if it is ax and ax vector forming a angle phi, so this component of the vector, that is arrow, is equals to cos phi ax, right? Cos phi ax according to the vector components, right? And if it is a phi a phi vector, then this component will be sin phi into minus a phi, right? Okay. Now, if we calculate it, that means according to ax direction, in this direction is horizontal direction, ax direction, ax is the addition of two vector components. Ax is the addition of the two vector components. One vector component, that is a cos phi arrow, this is the cos phi arrow, because if it is a arrow vector and constitute an angle phi with respect to ax, so according to ax, the component of arrow will be cos phi arrow, right? And due to this vector minus a phi, the horizontal component will be minus a phi into minus sin phi into a phi. So ax component, this ax component of the vector is equals to ax is equals to addition of two vector components constituted by the a rho and a phi, which are cos phi a rho minus sin phi a phi. Got my point? Ax is equals to cos phi a rho minus sin phi a phi, because according to that direction, x direction, the component of rho vector a rho vector is equals to cos phi a rho, and component of a phi vector is equals to minus sin phi a phi. That's why ax vector is equal to cos phi a rho minus sin phi a phi. Got my point? Any doubts, anyone? Clear to all?
Sir,
Sir, can you explain it again, sir?
Okay, I'm explain again. Now, just you imagine it is completely based on the vector component. We know the rules of the vector component. If a vector is divided into two components, okay, so the component which constitute the theta angle or phi angle with the original vector, then that component will be the cos phi or cos theta into that vector, and which component which do not constitute the phi or theta, that part will be the sin phi into that vector. Is it not? This is already familiar. It is in the class 12, right? Is in the class 12 vector components, right? So now again I explain that this is the direction of the a rho vector, and that is the direction of the minus a phi vector, because phi vector is the direction is that direction, but this direction is opposite. That's why it is minus of a phi. Now this a rho and a phi we divided into two components. Now as this is the phi, this angle also phi according to the geometrical hypothesis. Now if rho vector constitute a angle phi with respect to another vector component ax, so according to the ax direction, the vector component of a rho is equals to cos phi a rho. Got my point? Because ax is directly create a angle phi with the another vector a rho. That's why the component of according to the direction ax is equals to cos phi a rho, right? And if we determine the component of vector a phi, so according to horizontal direction, the component will be sin phi minus a phi. So ax is the addition of two vector component, one constituted by a rho and another constituted by a phi. That's why ax is equals to cos phi a rho minus sin phi a phi. Got my point? Clear? Clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now we determine the ay unit vector of ay with respect to phi and rho. Now just you see this figure very carefully. This is x direction, this is y direction, right? So according to that direction, that is rho, and this direction is phi. So this is the arrow vector, this is the phi vector, a phi vector. Now if it is phi, according to geometrical hypothesis, this angle is phi, right? Okay. Now if it is a arrow vector, this is also a arrow vector, which is this vector and this vector are parallel. Now the direction of y vector, that means ay, in upper direction, in this direction, that is the ay direction, right? Now if again we divide the vector component according to vertical axis, this is the according to horizontal axis, and if we determine the vector component of vertical axis, so the direction of the ay, that is the vertical axis, but a phi and a rho are not exactly vertical. So there will be a component according to vertical axis, there will be a component of a phi, there will be component of a rho. Now if a phi is constitute a angle phi with this vertical axis, so the component across this a phi is equal to how much? A phi is equals to cos phi ay, and due to a rho which do not constitute a phi angle, that's why a rho component is equals to sin phi a rho. So the component of vertical component of a rho is equals to sin phi a rho, and vertical component of a phi is equals to cos phi a phi, and the direction of these two vectors are same direction with the direction of ay. That's why we can write ay is equals to sin phi a rho plus cos phi a phi, sin phi a rho plus cos phi a phi. Got my point? Clear to all? Okay, clear to all?
So can you explain again?
Okay, I'll explain again. If we draw this vector component, this is x axis, this is y axis, right? And this, the according to the diagonal, this is the direction of a rho, right? That is the direction of the arrow. This arrow and this direction, that is the, this direction is the a phi. So a phi and arrow both are a vector direction vector, but we have to determine the value of ay, the value of ay whose direction according to vertical. Okay, value of ay direction vertical, but a phi and a rho, a phi and a rho both vector are not exactly vertical. If a phi and a rho are exactly vertical, then it will be ay is equals to a phi plus a rho. If the direction of these two vector are same direction, vertical direction, then it will be ay is equals to a phi plus a rho. But a phi and a rho are not exactly vertical along the direction of the ay. That's why there will be a vertical component both of the vector a phi and a rho, right? Now this a phi constitute an angle phi with the vector ay. So according to the ay direction, the component of a phi vector will be cos phi a phi, right? Okay, and vertical component of a row, vertical component of a row, that is equals to sin phi a row, because this component do not constitute direct angle. It is the vector component formula. So according to the y direction, ay is the addition of these two components. One is sin phi a row, another is cos phi a phi. That's why ay is equals to sin phi a row plus cos phi a phi. Now clear?
Sir, can
Now
you
clear?
explain that sin phi arrow part? How that?
Sin phi arrow part.
Yes.
Okay. If this is a vector, okay, arrow vector. This direction is the arrow vector, right? Okay. Now there are two components are there. One is vertical component, another is horizontal component. Okay. Now if this phi angle constitute with the a phi, so arrow is not constitute a phi angle or theta angle, right? So according to vertical direction, the component of a phi not constitute a phi angle or theta angle. So the direction of this vector will be sin phi into arrow. If arrow constitute a phi angle, then it will be cos phi. It is also familiar. You have studied in the class 12. If a vector is divided into two components and constitute a theta angle with another component, one component, so that component will be cos theta into that vector, and the other will be sin theta into that vector. So this vertical axis not constitute phi or theta angle, that's why it is sin phi. But this vector cos phi, that constitute a vector, that constitute angle phi with this component, that's why this component is cos phi. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just you study the vector book of class 12. Only the formula of the vector components. Then it will be easier to understand. Okay. Now AZ. Now AZ, I already said that in the Cartesian coordinate and spherical coordinate, cylindrical coordinate, the direction of the Z component, direction of the Z is similar. That's why the AZ direction of the cylindrical component is equal to the same direction of the AZ component of the Cartesian component. That's why it is AZ is equals to AZ, right? So this equation number 50 is very important formula. Okay, very important formula. AX is equals to cos phi arrow minus sin phi a phi, and AY is equals to sin phi arrow and cos phi a phi, and AZ is equals to AZ, right? Now if we determine the value of a rho, fi and az with respect to ax, ay and az, how you can determine it. Okay, it is the same funda. Now this component this component, our ax component is that, and this ax vector constitute a angle phi with this direction. So the component of in this direction of ax vector is equals to cos phi ax, and that is equals to the a rho, right? Similarly, if we calculate the vertical component of this applied component of a rho, now this is the vertical component, this is the direction of the rho direction, a rho, and the vertical component will be sin phi into ay, sin phi into ay. So the a rho is equals to, from this, that is cos phi ax, from this sin phi a phi. Okay, got my point? Simple is the vector equality of the vector according to the direction. Similarly, we determine the a phi. So the a phi whose horizontal component is minus sin phi ax, that is the minus sin phi ax, and vertical component is cos phi ay, that is ay, and it constitute an angle phi. So the component of phi vector is cos phi. That's why a phi is equals to minus sin phi ax plus cos phi ay, and az is equals to az. Az is equals to az because same direction in both coordinate system. Z is the same direction of the both coordinate system. Okay, got my point? Now clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we determine the component relationship between the Cartesian coordinate and cylindrical coordinate. Now the component, we have already discussed several times, that component of x direction, magnitude component of x direction is capital AX, component of y direction, that is capital AY, and component of z direction is capital AZ, and component of cylindrical coordinate system, that is a rho according to rho direction, a phi according to phi direction, and az according to z direction, right? Now if we write a vector, point vector in Cartesian coordinate, we write in this format: capital AX into AX plus capital AY into AY plus capital AZ into AZ, right? Capital AX into AX plus capital AY into small ay, capital AZ into small az. Now we replace this AX, AY and AZ with respect to this equation number 50. So we replace this AX, AY and AZ in this equation. So we get AX into cos A phi A rho minus sin phi A phi plus ay into sin phi a rho plus cos phi a phi plus az into az. Now we multiply it, ax cos phi a rho minus ax sin phi a phi plus ax sin phi a rho plus ay cos phi a rho a phi plus az, capital Az into small az. Now from this two, that is the in the given in the right in the top, okay, ax cos phi a rho and ay sin phi a rho is common a rho from these two components. So a is equals to a x cos phi plus ay sin phi into a rho, and if we component this from these two, that means minus ax sin phi a phi and ay cos phi a phi, and we common the unit vector a phi, so that will be minus ax sin phi plus ay cos phi into az, capital Az into small az. So equation number 52 represent the vector equation of the cylindrical coordinate system with respect to Cartesian coordinate system, right? Now from this equation, if we compare equation number 52 and equation number 53, 53 is the standard equation, standard vector equation of the cylindrical coordinate system. As in the Cartesian coordinate system, the vector is represented by capital Ax into small ax plus capital Ay into small ay into capital Az into small az. Similarly, in cylindrical coordinate system, vector is represent capital A rho into small a rho, capital A phi into small a phi, and capital Az into small az. Now, if we compare this equation number 52 and 53, then we determine the component of the cylindrical magnitude component of the cylindrical coordinate system with respect to Cartesian coordinate system. Now, if we compare it, equation number 52 and 53, so A rho is equals to ax cos phi plus ay sin phi, ax cos phi plus ay sin phi, right? And component of phi, that is a phi is equals to minus ax sin phi, this one minus ax sin phi plus ay cos phi minus ax sin phi and plus ay cos phi, and az is equals to az. So comparing these two equations, equation number 52 and 53, we determine the component of magnitude component of the cylindrical coordinate system a phi, a rho and az with respect to Cartesian coordinate system ax, ay and az. This equation 54 represent these three standard equation for comparison of cylindrical coordinate system with respect to Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, got my point? Clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when you solve the numerical problem, mind it, very important. Okay, when you solve the numerical problem from one coordinate system to another coordinate system, that means one vector, one point vector is represented in another point vector is represented in Cartesian coordinate. You have to determine the point vector of spherical coordinate, or we have to determine the point vector in respect of cylindrical coordinate. So you apply this process and then put the value of sin phi, cos phi, sin theta, cos theta in this figure, and then you calculate the exact value. But you have to remember one important matrix relationship between these two coordinate system, right? Okay, now next is the matrix form of the transformation vector from ax, ay, az to arrow fi, az, right? Okay, now if we look at this equation number 54, now if we convert it in a matrix form, how look like that? So matrix form of the equation number 54 is given by arrow a phi az, arrow a phi az. It is a column vector that is equals to cos phi sin phi 0. Why 0? Because there are no z component in arrow component. There are no z component, that is equal to 0. So the value of ax or coefficient of ax is equals to cos phi, coefficient of ay is equal to sin phi, and coefficient of az is equals to 0. That's why in the matrix the first row is cos phi sin phi 0, right? Okay, similarly the second row the coefficient is minus sin phi, so that is equals to minus sin phi. Then coefficient of ay, that is cos phi, and coefficient of az is equals to 0, that's why it is equal to 0, right? Similarly the component of az, the two component of ax and ay is equals to 0. Only the one component present, that is az, whose coefficient is 1. That's why the third row is equals to 0, 0, 1 into ax, ay, az. Now if we convert this matrix form into equation, you get the equation number 54. Just you calculate the matrix multiplication. A row is equals to ax into cos phi plus ay into sin phi plus az into 0. You get the first equation. And after matrix multiplication of the second one, a phi is equals to minus sin phi into ax, cos phi into ay, and 0 into az. You get the second equation. And if you determine the matrix multiplication of az, then 0 into ax plus 0 into ay plus 1 into az, you get the third equation. Okay, so that is the matrix format of the interrelationship between the component vector of a row, a phi, and az. Okay, so equation number 54 is very important when you calculate the numerical problem regarding this interchanging of the coordinate system. Okay. So any doubts, anyone? Any doubts, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Now you calculate the
Sir.
inverse transformation. Yes.
So can
Yes.
you see the third row? How zero
Third
zero
row.
one came?
Yes. Because just you uh, 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 see this third equation. Az is equals to az. This az we may write 0 into ax plus 0 into ay plus 1 into az. Is it not? We can write this az equation by 0 into ax, 0 into ay and 1 into az. So the component of ax and ay of the third equation are 0 0 0 0 1. That's why this row is 0 0 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you determine this inverse operation. This inverse operation, equation number 56. Okay, how you can determine? You use the same formula. Okay, same formula, but only the opposite direction, opposite procedure. Here we determine a row fi az with respect of ax ay az, but in this formula you have to calculate we ax ay az with respect to fi az a row fi az. Procedure is same. Okay, calculate it. So first you starting from this this equation that means a is equals to capital arrow capital F capital arrow into small arrow plus capital Fi into small fi plus capital Az into small az. Then you substitute the value of arrow Fi and Az. This value arrow is equals to cos phi ax plus sin phi ay. Fi is equals to sin phi ax plus cos phi ay and az is equals to az. Then you multiply this value and separate the component of ax, ay and az and constitute the form of ax, ay and az and then convert it into a matrix form. Okay, please do this and send to my WhatsApp number. Then it will be clear that you will be absolutely clear of this equation formation. Okay, solve this and determine this matrix. I have already said the process. Give me your attendance in the chat box.
Sir, what to do of the matrix, sir?
You have to calculate this inverse transformation, that means ax, ay, az. Okay, with
Sir, means
respect to
we have to find the value of ax, ay and az from the matrix.
you have to form this matrix. Okay, just I already see you that the matrix of arrow fi az, how it is formed from the relation. So you have to form the inverse operation, that means you have to find this matrix ax, ay and az with respect to arrow fi az. Anyone remaining or giving the attendance? You solve it. Okay, in the next class we discuss the spherical interrelation between spherical coordinate and Cartesian coordinate, and then we solve this type of problem, interrelation problem. Okay, in previous class there is a problem number 2, right? That is the interrelation problem. Many of the students are solve difficulties to solve this problem number 2. Okay, there is a vector in spherical coordinate. You have to calculate the vector in Cartesian coordinate and cylindrical coordinate. Many of them, you when you solve it, there you facing difficulties. That's why I'm clear the theoretical part. Okay.
Can you leave?
Yes, you may leave, but you solve it and see to in the next class. See this in the next class, all of you. Okay.